Welcome back to this machine learning playlist. In the last few days or 6 days, we have learned about what is machine learning, different types of ML systems, understood common data problems, discovered why models fail due to underfitting or overfitting, and also understood about train test data sets and how models should be evaluated. So far, we have been only talking about some theoretical concepts. Now we are going to be exploring some code and some machine learning problems, right? Don't worry if all of these are something new. This is a beginner friendly course, and we will slowly keep improving our knowledge. It's a long journey of about close to 150 days, right? Okay, so in in the first session we had looked about environment setup, like installing things like Python, Anaconda, VS Code, and such stuff, and installing basic libraries. And in day two, machine learning. What was machine learning and some applications of machine learning is what we talked about. And day three is where we talked about supervised, unsupervised, semi-supervised, and reinforcement learning. Reinforcement learning is where we were also coming across classification and regression. So there are many other things. And in day four, we looked at data problems like insufficient data, bad data, or irrelevant data, how we can handle them. And lastly, and day five, we looked at why models fail with underfitting or overfitting type of selections. So yeah, and regularization and generalization were few things that we looked at to solve them. And in our last session, we talked about training and testing dataset and why they are important in machine learning models. Okay, so now, as we said, we are going to be looking at some basic problems with classification and regression. Consider a student's report where he is either pass or fail, right? So it's like a label whether he's passed or failed, right? So that's a classification problem. So here I've taken a small data set. Um, Forget about all these imports, but yeah, these are very basic things like having to Matplotlib to plot a graph chart like this, and Pandas to analyze data. Uh, so this is a classification of data that we have here, right? So, and next I have created this chart with this set of this lines of code here, right? So yeah, and as you can see, this gives us a chart, and you can see having a label of green being pass and red being failed, and all of this is with this data where it talks about study hours and attendance and whether it's labeled as passed or failed with this specific study hours and attendance a specific student has given, right? There can This can help us bring out the possible classification for any unseen data as well. So that was a simple example on classification problem. Next, let's understand on regression. So unlike classification, regression predicts the upcoming value. Like for example, here let's say we are given with study hours, we would like to expect the scores for the specific study hours, right? And we have the simple data that we train this model, and any new data with given a study hours, the model can give us a possible score. So that's the whole idea with regression, right? So as you can see, this is like a line chart where blue dots represent individual students data with study hours and the specific scores. As you can see, the more study hours, the more percentage that a student gets, right? Okay, so this was two very basic examples of classification technique and regression problem in machine learning. So yeah, there can be many other examples like spam or not spam kind of a classification in emails or dog or cat or anything, and regression might be house price prediction, salary and temperature, and exam scores, or stock price prediction, and many such things. So yeah, this was our first week learning. Please do feel free to post your feedbacks or anything that you want me to do differently in this playlist or series. Make this your own learning and give me your suggestions, right? So in the next video we will begin with our first end-to-end project. So we will work with a real house price dataset, understanding business problem, explore data, define prediction goals, and choose appropriate performances and assumptions to build a model that can help us predict price. If you are excited to move on from theory to practice, make sure you do not miss day 8, which will be another interesting video where we are going to be talking about house price prediction. If you found this video helpful, please do not forget to like and subscribe to my channel. Share this video with your friends who are also learning with machine learning. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Thank you.